Lexie's not quite kosher kitchen. Hello. Hello. Hi. Shalom. And welcome to my kitchen. My name is Lexie. This kitchen, not quite kosher. Lexie's not quite kosher kitchen. Why is this intro so hard? This week in my not quite kosher kitchen, I'm going to be aiming to make gingerbread. Never made it before. I have looked up recipes, do not have the correct ensemble of ingredients. Things that are kind of along the line, the things that they require. I'm just going to try and make some stuff, and I will put what I end up with, if it works, in the description boxes. I'm making gingerbread because I was talking to my friends the other day and they were all drinking gin. I love gin, but I don't drink at the moment. And I woke up this morning literally thinking about gin. And I was like, what can I have instead of gin? Ginger. How can I make them a little bit more Jewish? Gingerbread Dreidels.
Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay.
So, that's it. The recipe that I am adapting from, I'll put a link below. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. I don't know any more words. Such a bad Jew. And that is why this is a not quite kosher kitchen. Nahon? Chia seeds, 1.5 tablespoons, water, let it go gloopy. Got rice flour, coconut flour, cornstarch. I don't have the multi-purpose flour, which is like in every single gluten-free recipe, and it's expensive. So you mix your flours in. Use ground ginger, but I obviously don't have ground ginger, so I've grated it. It's gonna be quite big. Oh well. 1 big knob of ginger. Put in my coconut oil. Rancid, mate. I'd have to do it with my fingers, but it's not that bad. This is probably the worst video I've ever made. Can't think, just can't even talk. Oh my god. Smells good. Is this ASMR? I think so.
I don't know if the coconut oil was meant to be liquid because it says mix it until there's no more lumps, but like the more you mix it, the more lumps there are. Like it's just flour and coconut oil, and obviously when coconut oil is at room temperature, it's solid. So unless it's liquid, it's not going to mix in. But then if it's mixed in, then it's going to go into like a batter. Is it meant to be a batter? Is gingerbread meant to be a batter? Maybe I should watch a video on it. Maybe I should watch a YouTube video on how to make a gluten-free vegan gingerbread.
Next step, pour this gloop over the other gloop, both of which I'm unsure of the consistency. Supposed to be able to make a dough out when you mix these two parts together.
I am a little bit dubious. Don't know if that's going to be happening. Dubious. So funny. Right, let's see what happens.
As you can see, it's actually nearly rolled out then. It's actually rolled into like a fairly decent ball. It's quite wet still. I'm gonna put some more flour in. I don't actually know how to bake. I know what dough, like the consistency should be, how it should feel, how it should look. Turns out you need to refrigerate the dough overnight. I did, and now it's the next day from the night before when I was making the dough. In and out of the fridge. Da, 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 da. It's quite hard. Don't know if it's meant to be that hard. It was a disaster, so I just microwaved it for like 30 seconds to melt the coconut oil and allow it to go squidgy again. Although it is all falling apart. I really don't know. This is an absolute disaster. They're crumbly, they're falling apart. I don't know what ingredients I've got in there. Just when I'm like not recording and things go okay. Just added some water to the mix. Now I'm improving my dreidels. Let's check on these bad boys. I'm so proud of this considering how much of an absolute disaster it was. I think this is slightly embarrassing. I think my head is the same shape as a dreidel. At least the ones I've been cutting out. Look, it's like, and this is the spin bit. definitely thought this whole gingerbread dreidel situation was gonna be a no-no. I didn't have ingredients, I didn't follow the instructions. Solid when it came out of the fridge, crumbly when I tried to roll it, didn't have the cookie cutter, but they actually came out okay. So what I have in here is 100 millilitres of aquafaba. You're supposed to use aquafaba from but I am using aquafaba from kidney beans. Don't know if that'll make much difference, but I'm meant to mix it with an electric mixer. I don't have an electric mixer. I don't have an icing bag. What I do have is an icing syringe, what you usually shove in a donut and fill it with jam. See if this is efficient in icing my dreidels. As you can see, the answer is no. This is clearly not sufficient. I have just moved my iced dreidels to the fridge. Please believe me when I tell you that process was messier than my parents' divorce. Like, I cannot even. All this left. So I'm gonna try and make some meringues. They look like monsters. These are absolute beasts. Look at this. Very unsightly. So good. So bad. So good. So bad. So this is my final product of my gingerbread dreidels. They're not exactly as I would have hoped they come out, but they came out. So I'm covered in icing. Not too gingery. Solid 6 out of 10. So I hope you enjoyed this week's Lexi's Not Quite Kosher Kitchen with my gingerbread dreidels. I'll be honest, it wasn't that fun for me. Absolute nightmare. Kitchen was a state. Food didn't come out as well as I could have wanted it to. But you know what? If you do try and make them, good luck, mate. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. If there's anything that you would like me to cook, try and cook, leave a comment. See you later, guys.